How we doing, man? They lost limit again, man. Who's surprised? Honestly, took literally one trade, or actually two trades, but pretty much one trade. I'll go over why. And then we lost. We lost our daily loss limit, and it's really unfortunate because this is the trade we took. We took it on the 1 minute right here, and we got in when it closed below. Stopped us out because we had already been down $30. I was in a trade here. I was in this inversion, but closed it due to news coming out. Should have been a break-even trade. But if we look at the 2 minute here, this trade actually is frustrating because it actually isn't invalid. Would have never stopped me out. I would have got in here. And who knows if it hits or not, but maybe put stop here or like just look at these stops though, 100 points. Like maybe put stop there. It wouldn't have triggered it. And then we would take profit around here 1-to-1, and it never closed back above. So it's actually not that the trade was really invalid, but it just kind of stopped us out before we didn't have enough risk available. So this actually would be another entry, and this one's gonna probably print as well, with better risk, like 37 points. It's unfortunate to say the least. I should have taken on ES because we could have risked more points. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that that's the trade. I'll kind of pull that one up real quick because it would have worked out, but I just don't have enough margin to really risk, which is unfortunate, especially because every candle is like 50 points now. So it's like, how can you have a good risk or be able to even take more than one trade? It just doesn't work. So let's see, when do I get in? I get in right when the candle closes, and just quite literally just run straight up. And it wasn't my stop loss, even it was the daily loss thing, the 150. So triggered me out. Really nothing I can do about that if I'm being honest. And now we're about to run to the break-even point. And my main target was just this unfilled 5 minute right here, with SMT at the high inside this 4 hour gap right here. SMT at the high, holding this 15 minute right here. We'd never closed above it. We remanipulated this high on news, took out data low. We displaced lower. We displaced lower. We get a big retracement back up, but we hold this fair value gap inverse here. I should have probably just taken this one. Inverse there, trade down, and then we inverse this one. I was waiting for this one just to get a little more confirmation. Of course, this is the one that sends us lower now. But yeah, that was it. The trade I took that I lost a little bit before was just this inversion right here. But it was stalling through here. And when it started moving, I closed the trade for a small loss just because I didn't like that we were a minute away from news. And we did end up coming down. We would hit break even first. The candle did print down and then went up. But it could have easily just went up and stopped me out for the day there. So I closed the trade because I got in at 9:54, but I held it for a few minutes, and we were getting closer to news with no movement, and I just wasn't going to send the trade with no movement, because of, I wasn't going to send the trade with no movement due to the fact that news was about to come out. So I don't mind closing the trade early there just because of that specific reason. And yeah, I mean, frustrating day overall because I saw a lot of stuff I wanted to take. I really like sweeping out London low early and then getting the change of state delivery right here, but it kind of closed really bullish. I then wanted to take this 30-second trade, and if you guys don't really believe me, I literally I started recording right when this was about the inverse. Might as well just pull that up right here. Because I really did want to take this trade, but I just hesitated. I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable. You can see me on the mouse button, and I just didn't execute. I don't know why. I just didn't really. It was a 30-second, right? And a lot of times I get burnt on that. It wasn't in the macro, and I don't know. Didn't want to get clowned for taking a 30-second trade there if it wasn't in the macro and lose, so I just thought better to not take it. But it would have gave me 50 points, like right away. This trade here, I was going to take this trade, but to the data low, but it didn't close below. And by the time it did close, I didn't want to take it because it just felt like a chase. Because again, I would have to have a stop loss that was like, I could only have a 60-point stop loss, and it could literally just stop me out just because of the volatility. So I didn't take that one. again, man, just a lot of just misses here today. This was the one that ended up working. We could have taken this one, and it's just like the same old, same old. It seems like whatever I take ends up losing. I don't know. It's pretty unfortunate, but overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with following my rules today. I'm pretty happy with the trade I took. I don't think it was a bad trade. I think it was a good trade. Good that I didn't fight the shorts and try and go long after taking out these highs. And again, like this 2 minute worked, but I just wasn't able. I literally wasn't able to have my stop loss higher because of my daily loss limit. So maybe I raised my daily loss limit to like 250, but it's like at the same time, if I'm losing 250 on the micro, it's pretty ridiculous. But at the same time, like the candles are moving so much. Like this move up here, 128 points. This move down here, like 113. Like it's just so hard to trade right now with smaller risk because you literally just can't get away with even a micro. I was going to take it on the ES here, but MES didn't have an inversion fair value gap here. So I don't know, it kind of weirded me out. And I don't want to take it on the full contract because I don't have enough margin again. But this would have worked better because if I took it with one MES contract right there, I could have had a like 13-point stop, and that would have been fine because 10, 50, like 7, like I would have been more than fine with that stop, and I would have been able to target that and then maybe target something lower, maybe hold to down here, and we would have had a really, really nice trade there as well. But I just didn't, man. And it's just, again, it just always feels like whatever I take or whatever I do is kind of just going to get in, like, just not really work out well. But, man, what can you do, right? What can you do? I mean, I'm reading the charts well, in my opinion. I'm doing what I need to do, waiting for confirmation, all that stuff. But it really just didn't align today. This would have been a really cool entry here, this change in state delivery, right? 10 a.m. power 3 right here. We come up, manipulate the high. We close below the series of up close candles that make this liquidity sweep. We come down, we trade all the way back up to the change of state delivery, and then we get an inversion here. Maybe I should have just taken this inversion. That could be something we could think about, but again, I just wasn't like, I didn't want to just go prematurely, right? Because we had this liquidity sweep already, and we had a fair value gap down here. So how am I to know that this one doesn't matter yet until it gets inverse? So unfortunate for sure. Like, I don't know. Like I said, man, it really does just seem like no matter what I do, I kind of just get cooked. But I'm not gonna let today really shake me up too much. I mean, yeah, this account is as good as gone, if we're being honest. Like, I literally have to make, like, on a micro, I'm gonna have to make like 500 points positive just to even break even on this account and not even have my full drawdown. What the heck just happened? Yeah, to even have my like full drawdown, like, and we have only about 4, so 60, 160, 260, 360, 4. We have $500 of drawdown left, which is cool. That's about 250 points we can lose. I mean, the drawdown really doesn't really matter. It's just about taking good setups and whatnot, but it does start getting tricky, right? Whenever you start getting kind of low in drawdown, and once you start getting this far in drawdown, it starts getting hard to like mentally be focused because it's just like, oh, like I'm down $1,000. Like I have to literally make $1,000 to even not be negative, and it's kind of like a weird mental battle with that. Also, just like, again, just another really poor start to the month. We're just down 388. I mean, like, and we really haven't even had that bad a day. Just one trade here. Like, one trade here, right? 2 trades. Pretty much one trade. Like, we've just been getting cooked on absolutely everything. And then what we have been taking, we just haven't really been doing good enough with. It's been rough, man. It's been a rough little bit of trading. I just cannot lie. But what are we gonna do besides try and get better? Keep journaling. Again, like literally, this trade wasn't invalid. I mean, on the 1 minute technically was, but on the 2 minute, this trade never got closed back above. I mean, so it was technically a valid trade. We could have easily got back in there. So, I'm not like super upset. It's more just like disappointment, and just the process right now has been um, just overwhelming. I guess it just seems like nothing's really going my way. But that's just BS, right? That's not really logical. But I don't know, man. It's like I don't want this account to be blown by any means, but like I just wish I was on that other account, like this one right here, because it's not negative. It's like literally a positive balance, and it's like a fresh account that I could just trade on. But at least that's something in the back of my mind. I know, okay, let's try our best on this account, and worst comes to worst, we have one ready to go, a fresh account ready to go, ready for us with better discipline, with better psychology, and just chilling, right? And what is annoying too is like I literally had my stop loss above this high. I knew I couldn't leave it there because I didn't have that much margin to play with. But that's where I probably would put my stop loss because we had an SMT with this fair value gap. So this 10-11 fair value gap right here on ES, 10-11 right here. We actually traded already into it. So I expected that to be like a little internal SMT to not really need to go back up there. So it was kind of a protected high. I mean, who knows? Like it could have gone up there easily as well, but in theory, my stop loss would have been there if I had the margin, and it wouldn't have triggered, right? So, yeah, I mean, just, again, what can you do, right? What can you do about it? 74 points we would have had. Maybe, I mean, I don't think we'd be holding past that. But, yeah, I mean, again, like I said, man, I'm not super negative about it. I'm not really too upset. Like, it's just a losing day. It's just hard to keep good mental whenever you've been having so many losing days. But that's like the biggest thing I'm trying to work on is just not really worry about the losing days too much because there's definitely a period last month and then even maybe last week where it was just when I was losing, it was just super, super frustrating. I was getting really, really upset. And it was just really, really hard mentally then. But I think I'm just increasing the quality of my losses. I mean, again, man, the volatility is just ridiculous. Like, if you go back like a year, not even that far, but like, dude, these trades, like this trade right here would have been maybe like a 12-point stop loss. Like this fair value gap would have been maybe 12 points. The ranges we're trading in are just ginormous compared to just what we used to, right? And you used to be able to get away with a lot better risk. Like you could have taken this trade, risking like $100, taking away like 2-3 micros, like. It's just getting so unbelievably tough to trade because of the volume or the size. Like, I quite literally can't drop my size. Like, anyone that's like, oh, just drop your size. Like, I literally can't. The only thing I can do is increase my daily loss, but at the same time, it's like that. It's not really a great alternative either because, I mean, again, like, if I lose 200, like, I have to make the 200 back. Like, I don't know. 150 should be fine. That's 75 points. But it's just amazing how quickly 75 points just gets taken from you in today's market. Also, too, it's annoying to be done so early in the day. I mean, like, realistically, there's no great trade. Like, the market's delivered already, so I wouldn't need to be looking for anything at this point anyways, but that's always annoying when you get taken out of the market and you can't trade again, but that's why we put the loss limit in place, so I can't physically just overtrade and lose more, but... Yeah, I mean, it's just annoying because we're gonna have to have a banger day tomorrow to make back today's loss, and then we still have yesterday's loss, the day before that, the day before that. Like we have $900 to make back, and again, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's just mentally it is like mentally you're gonna be thinking about that. Mentally you're gonna be worried about that. Like not when I get into a trade. Like I'm not worried about that. But it's more so just like a mental thing throughout your day, throughout your week. Like, it's not when I'm trading. I'm not sitting there worried about how much I need to make during the trade. I'm just trying to execute. But it's after I get off the charts or, when I'm going to sleep at night, it's like, it's like I'm not looking at a dollar from trading for a long time at this rate, right? And that's fine. Like, again, you can't focus on the money. I know that, right? I'm just kind of talking you guys through the mental side. Because the reality of not worrying about the money, like all you guys love to say, which is true, but the reality of that is that you do. You're going to think about it because This is my account balance on my first XFA, negative 964. We were up like $500 at one point, right? And since then, we're net negative, right? We're losing trader. And yeah, you shouldn't think about it. You shouldn't worry about how much you're up or down. But the end of the day, man, you're going to. You're just going to. When this thing gets inversed, that's a great entry for shorts. But, yeah, man, just one of them days, right? Was bearish coming into the day, obviously. And it just didn't work out for us, so I'm not really too sure what to do, man. I mean, like, I besides just keep doing what I'm doing, like, I really think if I just keep sticking to the process, keep taking good trades, I just need to have a whole month under my belt of taking good setups, not being impulsive, holding my trades, and we'll be fine. We'll get out of this slump, but it just seems never ending right now. It just seems like, again, like I said, anything I do doesn't work. Seems like everybody else is doing the same thing. There's so many people that trade inversion fair value gaps that are just printing right now, and I'm just not. There's so many people that are trading some other model and print, like, and again, man, don't compare yourself. I know, dude. Like, I'm so sick and tired of just seeing the same comment about that stuff. Like, I know, right? Like, I know. It's not about the money. It's not about what everyone else is doing. It's not about whatever. But it's just so difficult to stick. Like, this is when it's hard to stick to the process, because when you're trying to stick to the process or you're trying to keep good risk, you're just getting cooked and torched every single day. So it's just almost like, why bother? And it's just like, why don't I just come in tomorrow and, risk a little bit more, try and make a little bit more back so we can start chipping away. But you just can't do that. And it just seems like even if I do follow my rules, it's like, if I follow my rules for the next however long, like, I'll probably still be negative on the account. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would take such a great month to even be positive on this month. I need like 200 points positive, which could happen in a day, 2 days, 3 days, right? But it's like I haven't shown that consistency yet at all. Like, in a long time, I haven't consistently thrown together winners in what feels like forever. And that's another thing. It just starts getting so mentally tough when you've been on a cycle of losing, because it's just like all you can remember is just losing. Like, it's really brutal, because there was times where I would win every single day almost, and I would take good trades every day. I would maybe mismanage them, maybe not make as much as I should, maybe do some mistakes, right? Maybe take some bad ones in between, but like, I was genuinely winning like every day until I would blow up and lose $1,000, $2,000 in the day on my combine. But it's like I was trading better before, but I can't even remember those times because it's been so many days of losing that I can't even really freshly think about the winning and when I was reading the market well and when I was taking good setups. The volatility has been throwing me off. It's just been making everything harder with the risk. The setups have just been quicker. The one-sidedness of the market's been tough. It's just been a tricky market for me to navigate, but which is fine. I'm gaining experience and whatnot, but dude, it's just, that's what they don't talk about enough, is how hard it is to mentally deal with the slump. I think I'm doing better with it. I think I'm doing better with processing just losing. I think I'm doing better. Like, so regardless, even if like I'm making mistakes right now, this experience of losing is such a good thing for me and for my progress in trading, because better this to happen now than if I had 5 XFA accounts, or if I had whatever and I was making some money and thought, I finally got it, and then I started losing. Because right now, if I can get through this losing period and come out ahead, I can remember, like, okay, like, I've had a really bad stretch where I was just losing and losing and losing. It just seemed like nothing was working, everyone was failing, everything was failing. And then eventually I come out the other side, and then I'm doing better and I'm winning, and then I naturally make it back. I mean, if we save this account, that will be one of the most impressive trading things I've ever done, right? If we can keep this account, even if we can keep this account for the rest of the month, I'll be very happy with that, right? Um, because that will show us a level of discipline, a level of focus, a level of trying, just effort. And if we can objectively just take good trades the rest of the month, or like the rest of this account, regardless if it passes, fails, or gets a payout, like that's progress. Because I've never had an account be lost because of just losing. I've only ever lost accounts from just blowing up on a day. So like even that, like I'm learning how to lose. Like again, the daily loss limit, I'm super, like I don't know how to feel, because like my discipline is getting better, but it's like also artificial because I'm using the daily loss limit. Whereas like if I didn't have a daily loss limit right now, like would I still be looking for trades? Probably. I probably, but then at the same time, it's like I probably would have taken this trade and made back my loss. So like it all is kind of relative, for sure. But like I think the discipline comes in from setting the daily loss limit. Like you don't have to be strong, right? Just put yourself in a situation where you can't fail, which is giving myself the daily loss limit. I can't fail if I give myself the daily loss limit, right? It's just that simple. So that's the discipline. It's not the discipline of, putting your bad habits in front of you and fighting temptation. It's not letting yourself be able to be tempted by a bad habit. So I've been making a lot of progress. Like this account, I mean, I have a ton of trading days on this account. Um, like I don't know how to see it, but we have. Let's just count them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, right? We have 26 trading days on this account. And we still have a little bit of margin. We still have a quarter of the margin left, $500, right? That's not nothing. And we traded 23 times. We've gained 23 days of experience. And we have this one ready to go. And we have this account ready to go. Right? It's just about getting out of this slump. It's just about hitting winning trades, staying focused, not letting emotions get to us, and just improving each day. Right? It's super difficult to go through a losing period, but I want to, I'm glad that you guys can see this period, because eventually, I'm going to, again, just statistically, I'll start winning again, right? Like, there was literally times where, like, I wouldn't even have a losing day within a whole month. And, yeah, sometimes I would overtrade on that times, but, like, if I was not having losing days back then, imagine what I can do now. I have a lot more experience. I'm a lot more confident. Even though it doesn't look like it sometimes, like, I hold my trades a lot better. I really do. Sometimes I still make mistakes, but I genuinely just hold my trades a lot better now. I have a lot more focus on my risk management plan. I have a lot more discipline with not blowing up on days. Like I'm just so much further ahead in my progress. So when I have those times where I just can't miss and I'm just winning after winning after winning, it's gonna be so nice, because like we're just gonna be doing better, right? So if we're already doing better now and we're losing, when we start having that green stretch, or the market just starts being a little bit more easy to navigate for us. But yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating, because today's a day where it's like where I lose, but it's like objectively today was a pretty sound day. Like reading the market well, London sweep when we got displacement, right? I was able to spot this high easily, right? Obviously cool, but like, that's not like something you can just do without any experience. And then after getting this, especially after this resweep, right, we just didn't close on the 30-second where I needed us to. And I didn't feel like chasing this trade, because I didn't want to just feel like I was chasing, right? This close is a ridiculous close. That closed 50 points, literally like $100 on one micro, 50 points lower than this fair value gap. So it's like I didn't want to take it, but I knew that the Dow low was a good target. I thought we'd go lower, but I just didn't want to take it. So I didn't, and I miss out, right? That would have been a difference in our day. We went from a bad day to a crazy great day, 100 points, right? It's all just situations. It's all just moments, right? It's all whatever, right? We had this 30-second fair value gap inversion. Could have got in there, right? But we didn't, and that's fine. I don't think I should have got in there. We get in here, stops us out. A re-entry, we couldn't have taken it, right? like it wasn't a bad day. It was just a losing day, right? But it's hard to separate just a losing day with a bad day when you've been losing so much like I have. I've been losing so much that it's starting to just like it's so hard to just stick to the plan, stick to the process, believe in myself, have confidence in myself, because it's like the stats in terms of the P&L say don't believe in yourself, everything's not working. But then, when I'm going through these days when I'm journaling, like I'm having good days. I'm just letting moments in the day of ruin them, right? I'm letting small moments from each day completely affect the outcome of the week, the day, the session, the month, and that just can't happen, right? I can't let one small thing lead to a bad day. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm just kind of in a loss for words because I I want to be negative because of all the losing, but it's like objectively I'm just very positive about these experiences. I'm very positive about where my trading's going, even though it's such a hard period. It's so hard from the outside. Like anyone that's looking at these videos, watching these videos, it's like, oh, he just loses every day. Like, why does he even still do this? Like, but in my head, it's like I'm really confident, and I'm actually starting to get really happy for all the losing, because, like I said, I'm getting a month straight of getting whooped by these markets. Like I know what I'm looking for in the market. I know my strategy. I'm just having to navigate my risk tolerance. I'm having to navigate new conditions. I'm having to navigate all these different things that are gonna just going to be experience for me, right? If you're a trader that's never had a losing month, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. You're gonna have a losing month, and if you've never experienced that, then you have less experience than me in a way, right? Because not obviously not like in the grand scheme, but I have an experience that you haven't had yet. Not saying that everyone's going to have a losing month. Maybe you don't ever, right? But a lot of professional traders, a lot of traders, $1 million traders have losing months, right? So some can have a losing year. So if you don't have that experience, you just don't have it, right? So I have an experience, right, of a losing month, back to back losing months maybe, right? And that's such an important experience. It just is. It's a very valuable one. It's a very tough learning lesson to lose for an entire month and keep going and keep staying positive. And now I'm trying to turn the leaf and stay positive and and not really dwell on it, because it's not going to do anything good for me. And I think if I just stay positive, like right now, I don't know if I'm artificially faking it or if I actually am positive, because I don't know if I'm just trying to trick myself. It's kind of like when you wake up and you look in the mirror and you do your affirmations and you tell, oh, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Who knows if I really believe it, but if I do it every single day, if every single loss I come back and I try and be positive and I try and find good things, then eventually that's going to just be the automatic mindset. I'm going to lose. Okay, cool. And then it's just gonna be a rewire in my brain that's just automatic. It's just clockwork, positivity, and improvement. So again, I mean, like I said, I would love to be negative right now. I would love to just be really down on myself and complain and talk about quitting and talk about all this stuff. But the reality is, I don't want to quit. I know I can do this, and I'm grateful for my learning. So, the only thing that honestly is kind of disappointing is that I have to post it on YouTube, because it just makes me look like a clown, like losing. Like I literally got a comment one of the days, like not the other day, but like a week, 2 weeks ago, and someone was like, "Man, I see your videos recommended every single day, and all I see is you losing, so I decided to give your video a watch." And that's kind of like embarrassing, because people that don't really watch or really keep up with my journey, all they're going to see me is just as a losing trader, probably someone that's just helpless. I mean, if you guys know the dude Q Trades or something, the Asian dude, probably like, people probably think I'm like that, like just losing all the time, have no model, like or I don't know. I'm not trying to talk down to him. Like, I hope he does well. But, like, I see his stuff, and it's just like, oh, man, this guy loses every single day. Like, he's trash, right? And again, like, I'm not trying to speak down on him specifically. Like, I hope he does well. I hope he finds success, like, forever. I wish everyone does well if they try and do this. I'm just saying, like, from that perspective is, like, what people probably look at me. And honestly, like, pridefully, I just hope people don't look at me the same way that I look at his trading. And again, that's like, is not a good, like, that's arrogance, that's pride, that's whatever. That's stuff that has nothing to do with trade, nothing to do with me, nothing to do with the things I want to stand for. But, like, that's something I think about, and it's like, that's what makes me just kind of hate posting on YouTube, not because of anything other than pride. Honestly, my ego has to take a hit when I post on YouTube because I have to deal with criticism, I have to deal with people's opinions, I have to deal with people seeing me lose, and I have to deal with myself losing. But like I said, like I will always continue to say, I'm going to keep posting, I'm going to keep trying because I'm documenting the journey, I'm documenting no BS. And, you know, the results are going to speak for themselves a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. They're going to speak for themselves. And at least I'm not like some of these clowns like Bonka that, you know, that dude's a clown, right? He's kind of a clown because at least I'm not coming on trying to fake profitability, fake payouts, take other people's payouts from my Discord and post them and post pictures of people's XFA accounts and stuff like that while he's secretly broke trying to learn his strategy. And maybe he has a strategy down now. I don't know. I don't really keep up with stuff, but I just saw some stuff on TikTok. So at least I can pride myself and say, like, at least that's not me. At least I'm not out here bullcrapping, right? Like, that's sadly 90% of the trading space. It's so disappointing because it's just like, at the end of the day, you know, you're going to have to look at yourself on your deathbed and say, hey, was I an honest person? Was I a good person? And, you know, I'm going to lie sometimes in life, family, friends, girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to lie time to time, and you're going to regret it. But it's when you're trying to deceive people on a grand scale, right? Like, for me, I've lied on this YouTube channel a few times. What have I lied about? There'll be days where I overtraded, but the last 3 days I overtraded well, so I just make up the trade that I took and said, you know, oh, I took this trade and it stopped me out and I lost this much. But in reality, I overtraded that day. I just didn't want to talk about it again because I talked about it for the last 3 days. I've mentioned that before. I haven't done that in so long. I haven't done that so long. Like, again, today, you guys can see, right? Proof, right? Two trades, one trade, 3 trades, right? Like, that's not been the case. But I've done that before. So that's an instance of me lying. Even I lie, right? Even someone that tries to be as transparent as possible will lie. So think about the people that don't care about you, and they just want your money. Think about how easy and effortlessly they're lying to you. It's really sick. It's really sick. So that's all I can say is, like, at least, you know, even though I hate posting losses and I hate looking so unprofitable, what's the alternative, man? Like, literally, what's the alternative? Who cares what other people think? Who cares what other people think about me? Because I know what I'm doing in terms of, like, you know, I know my goal with my YouTube. I know my goal with my trading, and I know my goals in life. So overall, you know, it is what it is. And again, trying to stay super positive. But to be honest, it's very hard when you're just losing and losing and losing. Like I said, it's just hard. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to really, really make this positivity something that's real instead of just something that I'm trying to just tell myself. But I really do think I'm turning a better leaf, even though we've still been losing. Like, the account's not gone. It won't be gone for a while. Like, it's free. Like, I'm trading for free right now. These XFAs, after I paid for them, they're free. I'm not paying a monthly bill. So I got to keep them. I mean, honestly, like, I think I just need to go grab a job. I'm being lazy about it. I need to grab a job. I need to have money coming in, so that I can just trade with peace, right? My bank account's running low, so it makes it more stressful. Like, I want to get paid out more and more, but if I could just go work, make a few $100 a week, and just, you know, Risk more on these combines. Risk more on the express accounts because I don't need to trade for free. If I have money coming in, I won't need to trade for free. I can risk 200 a trade, have a daily loss limit of 4 or 500, right? I can change my trading, but I've just been lazy about getting a job, so I need to do that. But if anybody has any remote jobs that y'all are doing that you're making money, I'm not talking about some like copyright or something like that you're trying to make 6 figures a year. I'm talking about just like, does anyone have a remote job that they make like 15, 20 an hour, like something close to minimum wage? Or does anyone have a good job? Or does anyone have something they want? Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you guys have any opportunity for me job wise that will pay right now, please let me know. I'm actually so down. If not, I'm just gonna have to get a regular job. I just despise restaurants. I worked a restaurant for a long time before, not as long as some of my friends, but I worked it for a long time enough to know that I just can't stand it. And I also worked and I coached soccer for a long time, and I don't mind going back to that. But at the same time, like, I'm just lazy, man. I'm just being lazy about it. So I appreciate you guys watching. That's my daily rant for you guys, but we'll be back tomorrow, like always. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. If you made it this far, just subscribe. It helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.